Walk through Times Square right now, and you might see corporate messaging stripped of any subtlety, displaying a single blunt directive: stop hiring humans. Across the corporate world, white-collar employees are receiving similar ultimatums from their CEOs. The mandate is clear: integrate these systems into your workflow immediately, or face rapid obsolescence. Right now, this technology feels like an approaching alien force. You can see it cresting the horizon, advancing quickly, but the full-scale deployment hasn't quite reached your front door. This creates a specific rational angst. It's the feeling of spotting an invasion on the horizon, knowing it is coming for your livelihood and your values, but being unable to stop the advance. To understand why this technological shockwave will be so devastating, we have to look at the fragility of the incoming workforce. Decades ago, political leaders pushed a targeted policy: 50% of the public should go to university. This chart shows exactly the result of that policy. We see a rising line of highly educated graduates entering the market, crossing a sharp decline in available, stable careers. Sociologists call this elite overproduction, a state where expectations and entitlements are high, but actual economic prospects are practically non-existent. Add in a compounding housing affordability crisis and crippling student debt, and you have a generation of young people convinced their economic future has been actively taken from them. While this economic friction was building, a hidden tipping point occurred in robotics. For the last 30 years, mechanical hardware was relatively cheap, but the digital brain required to operate a basic robotic arm cost tens of thousands of dollars. Today, the cost of that digital intelligence has collapsed to mere pennies. By dropping the cost of cognition to near zero, the final financial barrier protecting human labor from machine replacement has vanished. This replacement is no longer a theoretical exercise. If you walk the streets of major urban testing grounds like San Francisco today, you will notice a significant portion of the traffic moving with empty driver seats. Driving remains the largest profession globally. Autonomous vehicles capable of navigating hours of highway uninterrupted threaten to render taxi, delivery, and rideshare drivers completely obsolete. Simultaneously, we are seeing the parallel rollout of physical, humanoid robots designed for mass commercial deployment. Tech manufacturers are not planning to build a few thousand novelty units. The stated goal is rapid scaling, moving from millions to an eventual billion autonomous entities operating in the global economy. We are bypassing the slow, gradual evolution of labor that historically gave society time to adapt. Instead, we are facing an immediate, physical replacement of the human workforce at a massive scale. And the threat parameter extends far beyond blue-collar and service sector labor. Highly skilled, elite professions are facing the exact same mathematics. Industry figures like Elon Musk predict that robotic systems will surpass the precision of the world's best human surgeons within 3 to 5 years. This creates a bizarre paradox. Incredibly expensive, decade-long professional degrees are set to become outdated the exact moment students finish paying for them. We see a vast network of global production expanding rapidly. Medical care becomes free, and manufacturing scales infinitely without human labor costs. But look closely at the fatal economic choke point. This massive wealth funnels upward, accruing strictly to a microscopic fraction of tech founders. This creates an impossible mathematical reality. We achieve a society of infinite abundance, while the vast majority of citizens possess zero economic utility and no means to earn an income. You now have two immense systemic pressures colliding: a highly indebted, financially locked out generation hitting an economy where 50 elites hoard all the capital. Sociologically, this collision produces a profound sense of systemic injustice, paired directly with an overwhelming public craving for order. This animation breaks down the mechanical problem. The classic economic flow requires humans to trade labor for wages and use those wages to buy goods. When the labor component is entirely removed, the consumer base dissolves, and traditional market solutions become impossible. This structural failure forces a radical socio-political pivot. Millions of people will be left to foot the bill for an economy they can no longer participate in, driving them toward a world where the state simply pays humans to exist. If the winners of this new era try to hold on to every cent of that automated wealth, they face a historic choice: redistribute that capital voluntarily, or face a population that sees no other option but to take it by force. We are entering a world where the old path of school to university to career has effectively evaporated. In this environment, specific skills matter less than resourcefulness, creative problem-solving, and the sheer mental flexibility to pivot as quickly as the code does.